Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Shimo and Brandon, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is his ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give him when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandon is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little adjustment that's needed, and the only adjustment that we give is a little tug and release on his training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using, and he's going to come home with his own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Brandon is also using a clicker and an occasional treat because he really works well for praise, and he likes knowing he's a good boy. And him and Brandon have established quite a good relationship here at school and worked very hard together. Now, if you notice, Shimo is sitting very nicely at Brandon's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is simply proper leash walking, and the command is Shimo, heel. And at this point he has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking, not forging ahead or dragging you down the street, but walking nicely next to you, and when you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this makes walking him a pleasure. You're leading the walk, not him. And when you stop your feet, whether it's to cross traffic or to talk to someone on the street, he sits and waits nicely for his next command. And the next command that Brandon is going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your homework will be to practice the amount of time he can hold it and the distance that you can go, and you can practice this command indoors as well as outdoors. When Brandon returns back to him, he makes it, actually he can make it a little bit harder because he can walk all the way around him and return back to heel, but we'll do that next time. He gives him another heel command and they take off walking. And he's doing a great job of heeling, of staying right with Brandon, of sitting automatically when Brandon stops. This is another sit-stay. And this time, Brandon, walk all the way around him and go back to heel. Now he should stay. So for a nervous dog like him, to allow you to get behind him and to return to his shoulders completes the exercise. So there's a lot of trust going on there, because rescue dogs usually don't like people getting behind them because there's not that level of trust. Brandon will leave him in another stay. And this time he will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. So you do use his name, you do lighten your tone of voice, the dog should come and sit. He doesn't come and launch himself at you, because that's one of his problems. When he gets overstimulated, it can turn into a little bit of not quite so nice. So you don't want him to get all overexcited. Leave him again, Brandon. Remember, before you leave him, to give the command, and Brandon will demonstrate that come on command again. And that's a beautiful recall. He comes and sits. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is probably the hardest of your commands. And this can also be practiced indoors as well as outdoors, and that is the down command. It says you're down and stay, and you notice that Brandon gives him a click when he does it correctly. And you can practice this inside on a dog bed or a blanket. You can teach him place and down and stay. When Brandon returns back, he'll walk right back to his shoulders. Oh, he's being very submissive. Brandon heels him out of that exercise. He's going to bring him back and show it to you one more time. So have him seated first. You're going to take your left open palm straight down toward the ground, down and stay. So your boy has worked very, very hard, and so has Brandon, done a beautiful job in training him for you. He has come a long way. I think he's a way different dog than the dog that you dropped off. He looks to you for attention, for, you know, for praise, for focus. And Brandon can call him out of this exercise as well. What a good job. So we have demonstrated for you his ability to heel, to sit, to stay, to come, to lay down on command. These are the things that you can practice with him at home to keep him mentally stimulated and keep going with what we're doing with him here at school. We've enjoyed having him. He's been an excellent student. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you tomorrow.